Hey guys, Chaz64 here with Chapter 5 of Final Fantasy 13. We just finished up the awful Saz and Vanille section, and now we're coming back to Lightning and Hope as they entered like the first interesting area of the game. At least thematically, I would say. The Garpa Whitewood, which is a
that'll slow down pursuit.
Botanical research facility.
Troops on this side? We can't relax just yet.
Right. We press on. I'll take point. You watch our backs.
Actually, why don't you let me take point?
Because you're a whiny little kid, and you really can't take it.
Can you handle it?
No, he can't.
It's not a question of can or can't.
It is,
Now
because
you're
if you
learning.
can't, you die.
Keep your eyes front. I'll watch the rear.
Got it.
Lightning's still gotta assert her dominance, though. So, I was thinking about last episode. I think part of the reason I hate Saz and Vanille's characters so much is because of the end of Chapter 4 there. It's very slow, very boring.
Got your back.
There's no good character development.
Straight too far.
Alright, so these enemies here are really easy to dodge. They're slow moving. When they do move, they jump, and you can run under them while they jump. Your character's hitbox doesn't actually extend all the way up to its head. I don't know why that is. It's weird.
Use the lights as a guide to keep us moving in the right direction.
I think it's supposed to be the character, because they don't change the hitbox when your animation changes, so it's probably just the smallest box that your character can occupy.
A surefire way to get ambushed.
Well, I'm not chasing after enemies. I'm trying to avoid them constantly.
Have you ever been here before? On duty, I mean.
Yes, because soldiers are on duty
I
everywhere.
haven't. This area is covered by the Woodlands Observation Battalion. You scared?
Not really. I'm ready to fight if I have to.
To keep you safe.
He doesn't really need that, considering he has his boomerang.
I'll want it back.
And his boomerang is actually, like, he's good at it. He does some sort of competitions with it. It's in the flavor text for the Hawkeye, which is a weapon we're going to be getting later in this chapter. I'm actually going to have to keep my eye out for the chest, and I'll go and fight any enemies that I have to that are guarding chests until I get the Hawkeye, because I don't remember exactly where it is in the level.
Trust me to cover your tail.
But this is an interesting location. I mean, we're riding an elevator up a tree, so... Alright, 2 more Thexterions here. I'm gonna want to have to dodge. Barely survived, or barely didn't get hit by that one. So skipping all these enemies is gonna start to hurt me a bit toward the end of this chapter. See, I only have 363 Crystarian points. I do, however, have to get water, which is the ability right up there for Hope. I have to get water, and I have Lightning's Launch for the boss of this chapter. They're both very powerful abilities against the boss. Well, very important abilities against the boss. I don't think you could even really beat it without Launch. War and Peace and Symbiosis, the Synergist Medic one. Just because they're good. I don't know why I'm not giving them by default. Alright, gonna hopefully dodge that there. Abuse the Thexterian's turning radius. Another thing that you can do, works best on humanoid enemies, is you can bait them once and then they have a reset animation during which they don't move, and then you engage them again while they're doing the reset animation in order to not have to fight them. That's unfortunate. So I think there's a Vespid and 2 Thexterions here. I think the correct choice is to attack the Vespid, because it has a ability, it charges up, and it's like glowing orb underneath will start flashing as you hit it, or as time passes, it will speed up. Though the Dexterions do have Warcry there, which doubles their damage. That might hurt me more. I'm going to switch over to War and Peace here. So you saw how I died, which sucks, but you saw I struggled with the menu a little bit there. That is a bit of a problem throughout this game. And the solution to that would be to go into the settings. Oh, I don't even have an HP item equipped on Hope. That would help. Doesn't look like I have anything good. I'll equip the Iron Bangle, but it's not going to do much. So, the game has a difficulty setting, but independently from the difficulty setting, it has a battle speed setting. And all the battle speed setting really does is it makes it so that the game will run slower, but in exchange for it running slower, you basically just get more time to do all your inputs and your menuing. For some battles later on in the game, that'll be critical and I'll probably turn it on, but there's nothing during the main story that will make me want to turn it on. It only really comes into consideration when you get the battles against a bunch of little enemies and you have to manually input like which one you're attacking and which ability you're doing. That's when it becomes a problem. It also, increasing the number of ATB segments you get mitigates the problem because you get more time during the ATB to charge to maximize your damage output. So you can see the little orb on the bottom of the Vespids flashing rapidly now. That means that it's about to do its super attack. I have no clue how damaging that super attack is. I don't remember. Flurry of Fire. Oh, and it's going against... Oh, wow, that was close. Well, luckily, managed to kill it. Still got 5 stars, because it didn't really have to heal much. Another grouping of 4 of these enemies. Gonna keep running around them. Alright, so there's an Alpha Behemoth that way, and I'm pretty sure my objective is to the right here. Let's check the map real quick. Yeah, so if I take the Alpha Behemoth to my left, the Hawkeye item might be behind that. The Hawkeye is a weapon that has 100% magic and 0 attack. All the weapons that the characters get, they have a attack favoring weapon, a magic favoring weapon, a stats favoring weapon that gives up stagger, an all-around stats favoring weapon, a balanced weapon, which is what is equipped by default on each of the characters, and then a weapon that gives up some of its stagger, or gives up some of its damage in order to hit more quickly. That one will go on like your general purpose character, like Lightning will probably get the hits really quickly but doesn't do much damage item. Fang, late game's gonna get the Taming Pole, which doesn't stagger but has really high stats. And then Hope is getting the Hawkeye, which wasn't in that chest, unfortunately. The chest was kind of awful, but
what is it?
The Hawkeye is pure magic. Hope has a pretty good eye there.
They're even looking for us. I mean, we're Lassie and we're on the loose.
PSICOM's keeping it all under wraps. They don't want their failure publicized. Better to lose us than lose their pride.
So the other soldiers don't know about us, right?
Right. They don't know anything about any fugitives.
I don't know what the sass on that, last line delivery was. It was pretty bad. Well, I guess the Hawkeye wasn't here. I hope I didn't miss it somehow. I don't think I could have, because I can see everywhere I can go on the minimap. It's not like there are hidden areas. It's just a matter of making sure I check all the areas.
Concentration's important.
Yeah, like the area behind me.
Sight of what's happening around you.
I mean, I should be able to hear it if it's ever behind me, because the audio is based off of where the camera is, not where Hope is. So if I can hear it, then I can definitely, it's definitely right behind my camera. So another alpha behemoth, same one that we were fighting back in chapter 3. Should be pretty easy now. Oh yeah, this is the launch ability. You saw it a bit before, but it floats in the air. Now when launched, your Ravager will always end its combo with Arrow, because Arrow makes them stay in the air slightly longer. Sometimes this isn't preferable, because it looks like he's weak to fire. So the Arrow attack is actually doing substantially less damage than if you were to just do 3 fires. Alright, let's fight these 2 Vespids for this chest. Hopefully this one contains Hawkeye. This shouldn't be a hard fight, just gotta kill one before it does its super attack, make sure I'm fully healed for the super attack. So you can see Hope doing a variety of attacks on the enemy because it doesn't know what's weak to it. It looks like nothing's weak to it actually. It's weak to no elements, whatever. So doing some nice quick fights. You can see how when you're not fighting tanks, the attacks go much, or the battles go much quicker. Not fighting those Centaurians. Oof. So it's charging its thing. I think it's targeting lightning, and lightning might be able to live through the attack. Oh wait, no, it's not, it's a magic attack, it's not a physical attack. If that was physical attack, lightning probably would have been able to live through it because all of her stats right now are physical resistance. Well, I'll use one of my last Phoenix Downs on her. It's not a big deal to use them all up. When Lightning is my party lead, which isn't right now just because they want, for plot reasons, they want Hope to be the party lead.
Another battle.
I can use the Odin summon to function as a revive for Hope and a full heal. There's Hawkeye. So if we go over to here to the equipment, equip it onto Hope, we can see that it puts me up to 60 or 74. So that's 6 additional magic strength off of that, which is comparable to 2 levels right now in the Crystarium, which isn't much, but late game it, you know, scales up significantly. Because obviously the magic scales, whereas the physical attack doesn't on the Hawkeye. Oh, guy kind of backed up into me. So Truth Exterians, no threat at this point in the game. Introduced beginning of chapter 4. Or midway through chapter 4, whatever. Me easily killing him off. So there you saw Lightning taking advantage of her now 4 ATB segments by doing 2 blitzes. That's critical later on in this chapter where there's a large scale, like, you gotta hit a bunch of enemies fight. And those fights with a large number of small enemies tend to be the best grinding spots in the game if I do find I'm too low on CP. But I really shouldn't have to do that until I hit at least chapter 11. So there's a Behemoth and 2 Thexterians. I'm going to level up my Crystarium a few more points. Get Fyra, that's good. Throw the extra 10 HP on as well, because I can. Do have to go up that tree before the end of the thing anyway. Oh, 30 extra HP is very good for Lightning. I don't think I have any new equipment, so I'm just gonna move in.
Stay on guard.
Can I bait the enemy? Is he gonna back up? Probably not. He's probably not gonna turn his back to the players. No. I'll take the buffs just to quickly kill the enemies, because the big thing I'm worried about is the Behemoth. This fight's probably meant to have the Behemoth finish its charging. Yeah, especially if it's already at charging 25, that means it got boosted in some way with its charging percentage. So I want to kill the Behemoth before it reaches its stand-up phase, because the stand-up phase does significantly more damage, but more importantly, it resets its
How about this, Light?
it resets its HP to full. And that's not good because I want to, you know, kill it quickly. So you can see just how quickly the bard fills when it's haste on 3 ATB segments. This is one of the reasons that switching over to slow ATB charge speed is very good. So that's unfortunate. It's up at 90%. I think I have to kill it with like this next combo in order to finish it off. Yeah, I can do that easily actually. Alright.
Let's keep this up.
So it didn't get to stand up, which makes my use of haste look kind of wasteful, or the use of the Fortisol, but it really wasn't wasteful.
Gotta be stronger.
Got a nice little cutscene here as we go through a fancy looking door.
I wonder how the others are doing.
Saz and Vanille? Who knows? Even if they got away, they'll get caught eventually.
I mean, so
Then
will
they'll have
you.
to choose. Resist or surrender.
Surrender. Do you think he's still alive?
You mean Snow? He's too stubborn to die. And that's his best quality. He's arrogant and chummy from the get-go. He thinks he's everybody's pal. Never liked him much. He leads around a bunch of kids. Gang called Nora.
Where'd they get the name Nora?
It's a stupid acronym. Their little code stands for no obligations, rules, or authority. Must be nice.
Probably meant something a bit simpler in
It's
Japanese.
irresponsible.
Like, less of a forced acronym. Especially given, little spoiler I'm not gonna say, but we'll find it out later on in the chapter about Hope's backstory with that name. So I'm gonna see if I have enough materials to upgrade Hawkeye. Gladius does have its level 3, or its ×3 going, but it's just not worth leveling up too much. Might bring it up to star at some point later on, if I really need to. Well, that's all the, I didn't really have much in terms of, what's it called? Organic components, so I can't increase the multiplier too much. I don't have access to the store yet, though at this point buying organics might be a bit of a waste of money, because I'll be getting a lot during this segment, because we're in a biological research facility.
Military. This is an army facility for turning wildlife into weapons.
Civilians aren't allowed in here, are they?
So that's the Lobo.
Tell them if we see any.
It's the next level up from the Thexterian, except instead of using Warcry, it uses... Wait, what's this? Oh, it's just telling me that I have to kill them in order to continue. I was wondering why there was a tutorial here when they're not introducing any new mechanic. So it's gonna start me off fighting one Silver Lobo. I don't know, one of these enemies is pretty simple. I think it has me fighting 4 in just a few moments, so... Let's see, probably just wants to get me to understand what abilities it has, so that I don't instantly get killed by the poison. So yeah, its Virulent Breath afflicts your character with poison. Now, poison is a percentage damage. It will do 100% of your party's health after 8 minutes, I think it is. It's some ridiculously long time that does not matter for these small fights, but matters on like bosses and other prolonged fights. And it's strict percent HP based as well, so even as you scale up, the poison is still equally effective on you.
Just block out everything else.
Alright, so these guys are apparently weak to fire. It's a good thing I have Fire. for later on. If I have to ever fight more than 2 of them at a time. Also, with the 120 stagger point, they're meant to be staggered and then killed. Because that's now doubling the damage almost when the stagger occurs. Gonna land one more fire there so Lightning doesn't waste her time with the launch up being the final hit and gets the power chain on the next Silver Lobo. Power chain is plus, I think, 15% damage to the first hit on an empty ATB gauge. It's really not much, but it's, you know, it might save you a cycle or something in the best case. Gonna throw those 2 more there, and just so that Lightning's launch finishes it off. Finish it up early. Got a synthetic or an organic component out of that fight. So fought 1, then I fought 2, and now the game's gonna have me fight 3. I can't dodge it, so yeah, I'm fighting 3 of them now. Hope's beginning to take some damage. I'm gonna hit up a potion. Now, Virulent Breath, like, is doing a little bit of DPS, but not a significant amount. Oh, they do a more damaging attack on me when I'm poisoned. I did not realize that.
I'm sorry. I can't do this.
Okay, well, now I know why it's giving me so many antidotes to use. Because then I won't have to, what's it called? Won't die. Oh, they saw me instantly as well. So I'm not meant to get surprise on these fights. So if I get poisoned, I'll just antidote up, that means. Wow, such engaging gameplay. Also throw Protect on me, as they're only doing physical attacks. Even their most powerful attack's still physical, so just throwing Protect on will make it so I only have to heal up half as much. Because I am going to have to do at least 2 healing phases during this fight. Really shows how the addition of a single enemy, don't want to use Libra Scope there, the addition of a single enemy will really change the pacing of the battle. You just suddenly gotta be much more cautious going forward. So get this down to 2 Silver Lobos. Gonna use a potion again because both characters are a bit low. Using up all the potions, frankly, it's a good thing. You want to get them out of your inventory for later so you don't have to misclick on them. They don't scale up at all, except for the use of Doctor's Code, which I think doubles their effectiveness, but yeah, just 150 HP late game is nothing when you have closer to 5,000 HP. I think 5,000 is roughly where the game ends. Might be a bit lower than that. Because late game you get, or post game you get up to around 10k. So the enemy's gonna be staggered and killed pretty much instantly.
No problem.
Alright, another 2 Silver Lobos here. I don't think I actually have to fight them though. Looks like I can just run around. 4 of these dudes. Wonder what they've got in that chest.
I can do this.
I would have expected that to be a preemptive strike. This is definitely the type of enemy I want to be doing AoEs on. But Hope is still doing the single target thing. This is when I want to, as Hope... Am I gonna die here because I can't find War and Peace? Yeah. Again, gotta slow it down if I really start struggling. Which I hope to not do. It's just a matter of me not putting the paradigms in like a reasonable order, so I've got to scroll a while in order to use in order to use my healing paradigms. And really, you want those directly next to your combat paradigms in case anything bad happens. Alright. 2 more hits on these crawlers. Oh, they all just missed Hope. That's lucky. So I definitely won't have to heal up at all. 2 blitz attacks. Interesting that the game's now autoing me to fire up. Wonder why that is exactly.
Be ready for the next fight.
Instead of just doing triple fire. Really, only 3 stars there. Considering I didn't have to heal, I would have expected it to be higher. 6 antidotes. Oh. Well, that's enough for the rest of the level. Certainly. Probably in excess, frankly. So I was still out of the combat region when I engaged them there, so it's going to be a no preemptive strike, unfortunately. I really wish you would just do fire only, and which would prevent me from having to go through and do the menuing. But it'll do that once Hope gets up to his next ATB segment, which I don't remember when exactly that is. I don't think it's for a while. I think Hope's one of the later Eidolons. It's not like I ever use his, though.
Caged in like the animals.
What's the point of the cages if the most violent creatures can jump over them? Like, the feral behemoth's definitely the strongest thing we've seen so far, and it can just jump over the walls. Why bother with walls?
How about this, Light?
Gonna give myself and Lightning Protect. Very much taking big hits off from this guy. Don't want it, when it does its heave attack, I don't want that to instantly kill me. So this is the third. Oh, nice. Lightning luckily jumped back right before the heave attack, and so didn't get hit by it. So this is the third of the Behemoth class we've seen, and it's also the third of the Panther class. And those creepers were the second of the crawling class that we've seen so far. So you can really see how the game is just going to be recycling the same few enemies over and over again for a while. So more just launching the creature into the air, hitting it. Because I only have 2 party members, it's almost always going to land. Unless I, really try with the timing my arrow correctly as Hope. Again, that extra 20 damage each time is nice. Alright, so 5 stars, 64 Christogen points. Not as much as I would have expected for a feral behemoth.
Let him come.
Yeah, do you really want to add more enemies to your plate, Hope? So no chest in there. Would have expected there to be at least one. No chests up here either. Not that I don't think there's anything else in this chapter that's really worth picking up. So this is the encounter I was talking about earlier. That's a lot of small enemies. I don't have the defensive shield thing, or the defensive shroud. The defensive shroud's definitely the best in this case. Gonna grab the extra HP right now because water isn't super important for this next fight immediately. HP is going to be the most important stat so that I can live through the initial barrage. Let's see what I can do over on Ooh, Ravage is Ravage is pretty good. Ravage increases the damage of the AoE stuff I do. And I want to get roll level as well, because that just is a straight up damage multiplier for everything. It'll be an extra 10% damage for lightning and an extra 5% damage for snow. I think those are the correct numbers. It might be horribly wrong. So I want to manually select fire right here so that I get... Oh, that's a weird sound. Listening to them all get hit. So you can see me going to auto chain accidentally there. It's just what I'm so used to doing. God, it's such a weird sound. Oh, I'm low. I need to kill them before I die. I think I can do that. Potion quickly? No, it took too long menuing down to the potion.
I can't do this.
So, just gonna retry. There's not much really to say about this fight. It's gonna give me a lot of Christian points, however. So I've just gotta make sure to always manually cast fire, because doing all this AoE damage is what's really going to win it for me. And that weird sound. Anytime I'm casting fire is a significant amount of DPS I'm wasting. You can see Ravage coming in handy immediately here. So both of my party members are pretty low now. Oh, that's gonna kill Hope, though.
I'm sorry. I can't do this.
The good thing about these fights is they're super quick, though. It's not like the boss for this segment, which is going to be the first long boss of the game. Probably around 15 minutes, if I had to guess. So I ran under like half of that group there. Not that it does much. So the thing about these sort of fights is there's also a lot of RNG of exactly how many you hit and how many hit you at each point in the thing. Gonna do an early potion though, just while I have an opportunity. Play it safe. Good thing I played it safe. Oh no, that guy didn't hit me again. Another person missed there. Now I would be dead if I didn't do it. Alright, guess I'm doing fire, because it's going to waste more time. Oh, the fire killed the second guy. It did go pretty horribly. They're going to take 5. I'm going to take the weak. See you guys next time for more Chapter 5, the Garpa Whitewood.